Hi kids, it's teacher Amber again from the carnival class. Today I'm going to read you a story about a bunny who wanted to live in a new home, but at the end of the story she realizes that there's no place like home. The Bunny of Bluebell Hill, written by Tim Preston. At the top of a bluebell hill there was an old oak tree, and underneath that oak tree there was a burrow, and in that burrow lived a bunny. It was a very nice burrow, with 4 little rooms and bluebells growing by the front door, but Bunny didn't like it. "I am bored with this burrow," said Bunny to herself. "I am tired of walking up and down this hill. I am fed up with being hit on the head by acorns, and I am very, very bored with bluebells. I want an exciting new home." So without further ado, she set off to find herself one. Bunny's friend Squirrel took her to see his high-rise tree house, but Bunny didn't have a head for heights, and her big paws just weren't meant for jumping about from branch to branch. "I'm sorry, Squirrel," said Bunny. "I think I need something a little closer to the ground." The next animal Bunny visited was Badger. He lived in a mossy bank in the heart of the old forest. It was dark and still among the trees, and there weren't many passers-by, which was just the way Badger liked it. "But it's too quiet for me," said Bunny. "If you like company, why not try living by the river?" suggested Otter. "There's always lots going on down here." But Bunny only had to take one look at Otter's boathouse to know that it wouldn't suit her. "It's much too wet here for me," she wailed. Then what about the meadow where Field Mouse lives?" suggested Otter. Field Mouse seemed happy living in the meadow, but no matter how hard she tried, Bunny just could not get comfortable there. For a start, there was no shade anywhere, and when the sun beat down it was very hot, and the pollen from the poppies were extremely sneezy, and the corn stalks were scratchy, so that was no good either. "What about Owl's house?" suggested Field Mouse. Owl lived in the loft of the old barn. It was certainly dry and very clean, but there was something wrong with that too. "It's just too draughty," said Bunny. Would she ever find a new home? In the shadow of the mountain the little rabbit found an empty cave. It was slightly gloomy, but at least there was lots of space. She thought it might just be the place until she heard a rumbly sound, a loud growly sort of sound. Then she realized it was Bear's house, and Bear snores too much, said Bunny. "I couldn't possibly live near him." Bunny was about to give up looking when she came across a smart blue door amongst the twisted roots of a chestnut tree. "This would be perfect," said Bunny to herself. But something seemed wrong. The place had a funny smell, a frightful, foxy sort of smell. Suddenly Bunny felt very afraid, and she ran away as fast as she could. Bunny ran and ran, past the barn and the field, the river and the forest, all the way back to Bluebell Hill. She ran up the hill, past the bluebells and the oak tree, and straight in through her own front door. Bunny looked around her little burrow. It's not too hot or too wet. It's not too quiet or too noisy. In fact, it's the perfect place for me, Bunny said happily, and so it was. Wasn't that a wonderful story? There really is no place like home. I hope you enjoyed it. Mom and Dads, please remember you can pause and ask questions throughout the story. And don't forget, ask them who the author was. Happy Easter, everybody. God bless.